Hold the phone. Matt Reeves just changed everything on Twitter when he tweeted out a very mysterious link and a very mysterious picture. If you guys are here, you like this content, and you enjoy the Batman, be sure to drop that thumbs up and leave your comment down below. How does the Joker look? And did you like this scene? So Reeves, director of the Batman, tweeted out who gets the last laugh, and then once again tweeted the link Rata Alada. If we click on that link, it takes us to a very similar website that we've all tried to solve before, but this time there are brand new riddles and brand new answers. And you guys can follow along with me on the website. Should we proceed? The answer is yes. 3 correct answers and the truth will be exposed. Let's get started. Once you've been set up, it hits you at the end straight on. The answer is punchline. You're smarter than I. Oh, yeah, I am. Come on now. A wild card in the truest sense. Well, the answer is clearly the man himself, Joker. It's not a joke, but sometimes you need to shout it twice to really mean it. Let's try H-A for ha. Uh-oh, solved all the riddles. Where are we going? Here we go. Let's go. So if you guys do that for yourselves, it's going to take you to this 5-minute clip that we're going to be talking about today, and that is the interaction between Barry's version of the Joker that we saw just a glimpse of in The Batman and the Batman himself. It's a great scene. Let's go through the scene and talk about what this discussion was. The Batman says to the Joker, there's a serial killer, I need your perspective. And all throughout the introduction of this scene, of this character, really, we're getting a great look as to just the roughness of this character, from his bloody, kind of scraped up hands, the hair on his head that seems to be missing in certain places. You get a slight shade of green at points, but you can't entirely see the look, which I really appreciate. But for me, it's when we start to get a look at his face. Take a look at these shots. The back of his head, completely scarred. His hands completely scarred. He either had some crazy interactions with the Batman, these were from prior instances, or this was all part of his accident. So as Joker's talking about the Riddler, he says a couple of things that stick in my mind. So meticulous. He loves his puzzles, doesn't he? And Joker, being a sporadic character by nature, this is such a different route for a villain to go. Someone that is so focused in and has this plan. And we know the Joker, well, he doesn't really have a plan. And this entire time, Joker's kind of rambling on. Batman is so curious as to, and this is still that point in the movie, why is the Riddler writing to me in the first place? Joker says maybe he's a fan of yours, but says it in such a way where he has this smirk on his face, and he begins to laugh, almost as if he's making fun of Batman right in front of his face. He also gets a little knock-in on the Batman. He says, you're normally so ahead of the curve, but something is different this time. So Joker, it feels like in this universe, hasn't really seen Batman fail on this level. And again, being a character who is not as calculated as someone like Riddler, but still a massive fan of chaos, he's seen the side of Batman that probably no other villain has seen, but now he's seeing something even deeper, and that is Batman beginning to feel like he is failing this mission, and that makes for a very intense display of emotion in this scene. Joker also says something that Riddler brings up later in the movie, you two have so much in common, and that Batman is terrified that Riddler may not be wrong in the first place. These are all themes that we see come around a little bit later, which makes me look at the scene and say, I kind of wish they would have left it in, especially getting this close of a look at the Joker. And as he begins to say, you think they deserve it, we get a close-up of his mouth and his scars. This may be the most scarred-up Joker. I mean, just take a look at his mouth, his face, everything that is as gruesome and intense as possible. Even though his voice may feel more like the animated world, his look is as dark and gritty as it gets, and this is a very intense representation of the Joker. He also makes Batman so frustrated, he says, I'm going to leave. As Batman leaves the cell, the Joker continues to cackle. We get an even better look and feel of his voice and his laugh, and thus the scene concludes. 5 minutes, an interrogation scene between the Batman and the Joker. 5 minutes. Now, part of me understands why Reeves didn't want to include this. Again, we get that Joker reveal at the end, which is almost more fulfilling, and 2 interrogation scenes in one Batman movie after already a plethora of interrogation scenes in other Batman movies, I can understand. And this reveal was really cool, but at the end of the day, man, seeing some of these very Joker-heavy moments, it also makes me more confident in this version of the Joker. I just don't know if we got enough to give me that confidence, and I'm okay with that, again, but seeing this and getting a better look at how messed up and scarred his face, his hair, his head, his hands are, this gets me super excited to see the Joker. Again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Maybe not as the prominent villain in the sequel, but maybe making him the villain in the third movie would be the best route to go. Regardless, if you liked this scene breakdown and you were able to go to that website and watch this clip for yourself, it's probably on Twitter as well. Best way to support this channel is by dropping that thumbs up down below. That tells me you would like more scene breakdowns and Batman talk in general. These videos are so much fun. You guys the best. Thanks again for watching. Stay tuned. More videos to come on this channel.